Goodbyes are always tough. You know, I've said a lot of goodbyes over the last 6 months, and this was probably the toughest one.
We were running around all day yesterday, and now today we have to leave, and we're trying to keep that a secret from Henry. Looks like he hasn't caught on to it yet. Looks like Henry's pretty content right now. When Henry does that, I think he's happy. We're leaving Sleepy Hollow today. We're headed east. And we had a nice time here. We were here for a month, actually. We booked a month. And then we stayed an extra day because we just weren't ready to leave yesterday. We ended up liking it here more than we thought we would.
Overall, it was a nice park. I think the longer we stayed here, the more we started to like it. And it was close to everything. It's a little sad leaving, but I think once we get on the road, our nomad spirit will come back. And we'll be fine being back on the road again and, you know, moving forward from here.
Yeah, it was actually really hard to get ourselves motivated to go.
It was.
We decided to just go ahead and start moving, and we have 1,000 Trails and we want to use that before it expires. And we want to see some of New England anyways, so
right.
And we decided to go ahead and go.
Yeah, I think out of all the goodbyes, this was probably the toughest one. It was tough knowing that, you know, I'm leaving my mom for now. That's the toughest part. So, but I guess I'll leave it at that. Goodbyes are always tough. You know, I've said a lot of goodbyes over the last 6 months, and this was probably the toughest one. So.
And I think it all stems from Sal losing his dad. It's been rough on him.
Yeah, but I'll see her again.
Allie's in for the first time in a month. Seymour's coming. You'll be glad when Seymour's here, right? There's Seymour. Come on, Seymour. Henry, you ready to travel? Henry? Henry. We're headed to the dump station because we didn't have a dump at our site, so we just want to dump before we leave. They actually had a thing where they came and they pumped it out for us, so that was neat. They pumped our tank, so we were able to stay stationary for a month. We didn't have to come here and dump and then come back out. They actually pumped our tank, so that was kind of cool. We had that done twice because we're pretty conservative. We don't use a lot, so we didn't need to be dumped that often. I guess we're so used to boondocking that we do a lot of the boondocking things when we're stationary.
So good to be back on the road. It feels good. It was a little stressful before we left because we hadn't done this in such a long time. 4 weeks, but now to be back on the road, it feels good again.
It does?
It does.
If you saw him this morning, you wouldn't think he would feel good once we got on the road.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know how nervous I was this morning.
He was nervous and upset and stressed and tense, and I think probably mostly about leaving his mom. Now that we've left and we're on our way, it's kind of exciting and rejuvenating. I was actually kind of excited this morning, and then Sal was stressed, and I didn't know if we should try to stay or what we should do. I really wanted to move, but then he said once he got on the road he would be okay. We almost, at one point Sal says, I don't know if I can do this. And he wanted to pay $40 to stay another day, and that would be a real lot of money. That would be a lot of money for us. We're used to boondocking, and boondocking is so inexpensive. It costs about, I don't know, maybe $100 a month.
It was good, doesn't it?
Does it?
It does. I'm glad we didn't pay that $40 to stay here an extra night. I didn't realize it would be so hard to leave my mom. I think I've already said something about it earlier. I feel like this past month I've grown closer to my mom. I don't know what it is. I didn't realize how much I missed her. And to have been away from her that long, and, you know, to reconnect with her and then to have to leave, it hurts so much. It hurts so much. I'm not used to that. I think I'm a really emotional guy, and I think I've been showing a lot of my emotions over the last year, but I don't like keeping things in because I don't think it's a good thing. But don't get me wrong, I love this lifestyle. I think I'm a nomad at heart, because once we got on the road, the adrenaline started flowing like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait. So look, I'm a nomad at heart. I know I am. Now, otherwise, we never would have done this. I don't think I like to stay static too long.
Go on.
It just bothers me knowing that, you know, for now I had to leave my mom. I know we'll see her again. We're gonna come back for a little bit, but I just, you know, I just think I'm gonna miss her for a little bit here while we're going to New England. Oh my gosh, it feels so weird traveling again. We've been just static for about a month, so it feels really weird. I think we'll get back in the swing of things soon, I hope. But there's kind of a feeling of adrenaline getting back on the road. Once you get back on there, start getting this adrenaline. Oh, we're back out there. So, starting to feel better already.
Even though we're not on the road yet.
Even though we're not on the road yet, we're just going to dump.